In a small village, a boy named Alex grew up alongside his baby sister and their single mother. Life was hard, but their bond as a family kept them strong. His mother worked endlessly, often skipping meals so her children wouldn't have to. Watching her sacrifice day after day, Alex promised himself that one day he would earn enough to take care of her and his sister, so they would never have to struggle again. As soon as he was old enough, Alex set off for the city, determined to make enough money to take care of his family and give them a better life. He was determined to hustle, to work harder than anyone else, because in his mind, that was the only way to get ahead. In the city, Alex worked like a machine. Day after day, he pushed himself. 2 jobs, side hustles, even working late into the night, all in the name of earning more. But no matter how much he made, it never felt like enough. He was always afraid it would disappear. No matter how much he earned, it never seemed to bring the security he was striving for. Each new paycheck left him feeling as though it still wasn't enough, and the relief he expected always remained just out of reach. One afternoon, while rushing from one job to another, Alex's vision blurred. His body finally gave in, and he collapsed on the street, unconscious. He woke up in the hospital a few days later, disoriented and weak. The doctors explained that he had dangerously overworked himself and warned that he needed to allow himself to rest. They made it clear that ignoring their advice could lead to serious consequences. The words hit Alex hard. The idea of not being able to work filled him with dread. How would he make money now? Aimless and unsure, Alex decided to return to his village to rest, hoping that being home with his family would bring him some comfort and peace. After a long bus ride, Alex still had a long walk ahead to reach his village. Following a narrow footpath through the forest, he trudged forward under a darkening sky. Exhaustion weighed heavily on him, and as the rain began to pour, he searched for shelter. A small shrine stood ahead, its roof offering just enough protection to keep him dry. Cold, tired, and needing a break, Alex stepped inside. Inside the shrine, an old man sat by a small fire, quietly brewing tea. He glanced up at Alex and, with a simple gesture, invited him to sit. As Alex sat down, the old man handed him a cup of tea, the warmth soothing his chilled hands. They sat in silence for a moment before the old man finally spoke.
You look tired, young man. Not just the kind of tired that comes from long days of work.
Alex stared into his cup as he confided in the old man, revealing how he had been working himself to the bone, desperate to earn enough money to support his family. Yet no matter how hard he tried, it always felt like it was never enough.
Sometimes when we push ourselves too hard, we forget that rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. But if I may, can I ask you a question?
Alex nodded, signaling the old man to continue.
If your money could speak, what stories would it tell about the way you treat it?
Alex paused and thought. What would his money say? That he chased it relentlessly, always believing it wasn't enough? He realized he had been treating money like an enemy to conquer, not a tool to support his family. In that struggle, he had lost sight of everything else.
While money can make your life more comfortable, it is not the source of true freedom. That, young man, comes from within. Your money will reflect how you treat it. If you chase it with fear and desperation, it will always slip through your fingers. But if you respect it and use it with care, it will serve you, not control you.
Alex woke to the morning light streaming into the shrine. The old man was gone, and the fire had burned out. The sun was already up, casting a warm glow outside. As he sat up, the old man's words echoed in his mind. When Alex reached his village, the warmth of his mother's home enveloped him. He noticed an old photograph of a wise-looking man in traditional robes on the wall and asked his mother who it was.
That's my grandfather, your great-grandfather. He had a wise way of seeing life, even in tough times.
A chill ran through Alex, but it was quickly replaced by gratitude. The man in the picture was the same one from the shrine, offering him guidance when he needed it most. In the days that followed, Alex shifted his perspective. No longer driven by fear, he began to see money as something that could flow into his life naturally. Returning to the city, he approached his work with a mindset of abundance. Opportunities began to arise effortlessly, and he discovered joy in his work, realizing that money was a tool to be respected, not a burden to chase. Are you ready to take things to the next level? Watch this next video to learn a powerful technique that'll turn you into a money magnet. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more inspiring content in the future.